some of you may know, some of you may know, I moved in to a new apartment this year, and last year I wasn't really sure if I should stay to my old one or if I should um, just find just find a different one. And last year my apartment was nice. It was clean and it was just nice. But then I needed to find an apartment closer to where um, I I can be to this place and that place. So yeah, so I had to just find a way to be closer to the hospital, and thankfully, thank God that there was someone. It was my friend's friend. Um, they graduated already, and they don't need the apartment, so I got the opportunity to take the apartment, and and I managed to get it in the end. And it was a hard decision because this apartment is bigger than the previous one, but the downside is it costs more than the previous one, and it just wasn't within my budget, you could say. But the convenience is there because it's closer to this hospital and to the university. It's in between, and there's also convenient shops outside. I literally just, as soon as I walk down to the entrance, there's like a store outside, and it's 24 hours 7 too, I believe. And one thing I can say is just you just need to do it. Just go for it, and let me just see this. That's it. Yes, that's it. Just make it happen. Just make it happen. And I know some of you you're at a point in life, or you will be at a point in life where you need to make a decision. I can't speak. You need to make a decision. Oh, bro, flip. Okay, it's a bit of a tongue twister for me. My English isn't that great. But you need to make, a judgment whether you need to pick this, that, or this. And you need to figure out and weigh the cons, the pros and cons for each one. And of course, after weighing all of that, you feel like your intuition is telling you to pick this. And if your intuition is telling you to pick this, just go for it. Just go for it. Just make it happen. And that part is the choosing side, like if you have options. But if we talk about another topic where you wanna do something, let's say you want to go to the gym, or you want to go to dance class, or you want to go to a MMA class, and you can't really figure out if you want to do it or not. And you might be scared, and you might be going out too much, like too far away from your comfort zone. It's not within your your range. Like, you've never done this before. And I'll just say to you, just make it happen. Just go for it. If you don't like it, you can always redirect yourself to another thing. But other than that, at least you've learned what you just experienced. And believe me, it's better to make it happen than to regret that it didn't happen. So That's that's something for you to think about. That's a little bit of homework for you tonight. Just think about that. Take a second for that. And yeah, um, let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was a homebody. I enjoyed staying home, and when I was at home, I just played games. I just did whatever I wanted. I didn't do anything you could say for my future or something productive. I wasn't productive at all, and I was just that kid that just stayed at home, did nothing. I would sleep like I would take like 3 hour nap and everything, and like and then yeah, just like 2 years ago, there was that time where I just had that urge to just something just needs to be changed, and I just need to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, so I went down the path of going big, going all out. So I started. Some of you may know. I started TikTok. Okay, so there's this one thing, right? I started TikTok. I started um, going down a medical career, and I then started YouTube. And I know not many people are courageous enough to start something that they want to start. And what I can say is just you don't need the courage to start. You just need to start. There's no point planning. Literally, I'll be honest with you. I didn't plan any of this. Like I didn't plan to yap about what I'm talking about right now. Actually, I just pressed the record button and I just started yapping. Wait, I'm sorry. I know it sounds kind of weird. Even the previous one, I pressed the record button and then I just started yapping about grapes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, but yeah, no, like I said, I know I have like a few topics like on my screen to talk about, but to be honest, I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I'm just yapping. Nah, I'm sorry. Okay. On a serious note, you just have to just start. Like that, you don't even need to plan. Just start and just learn along the way. And I think that's the best. Like that's the most fun part of it. Because I know a lot of people that likes to plan and they're kind of like perfectionists. They want to make sure everything goes well, especially like in my family. There's a lot of my family members that are, I'm not going to say they're perfectionists, but they love to plan and make sure everything goes according to what they planned. And for me personally, I just know it's not going to work according to plan most of the time. And I like to be spontaneous, and I like to just go not with the flow. I do have like a schedule, or like, what do you call it? Like like a path to follow, or like a set to follow. But I'm flexible that it can go this way, that way. Yeah, I'm very flexible, and that's the best thing about just starting it. You learn to be flexible. You learn to enjoy your mistakes and have fun with the experiences that you're learning along the way, and there's no stress really, because if you plan too much and like you put 100% of your effort into planning, and then 0% of that effort are results, then you're just going to be stressed. You know what I mean? Like that's the best thing about just starting and not planning. Just you're I feel more stress free, and it's just fun. I mean, of course, in some events, in some occasions, you need to plan, because you need to have a timeline. But that's in some occasions. Some occasions does need planning. But if things like for the ones that you want to try out as like a career or like a skill, it doesn't really need planning. You just sometimes some of those you just need to start and just do it and just make it happen. And I'll be honest with you, it will be fun. It will be amazing, and it will be something that you will not regret. But if it is something that you regret, at least you learn from it, and at least you can redirect yourself, you know. And so one thing I can say as well is just be flexible with it when you start, and just be yourself, really. Just boom, start and just be yourself. And I think that's it for the topic today. And you guys are lucky I'm not eating grapes and I'm not yapping about grapes this time. I was in another video, I don't think I'll post it though, I was yapping about dark chocolate. And so I'm not going to do that because, you know, probably had enough of me yapping about food. Fun fact, I actually did food tech in high school or in secondary school. I think the only reason why I did food tech, I'll be honest with you, was because I was that kid where I didn't really like having to bring lunch over to school. And because my bag was already heavy, I have loads of books and like PE stuff, like all of those clothes and every equipment, and I didn't have any space. So every day when I go to school, I have no lunch, and I kind of just like starve myself, and then I just eat whenever I go home. But the reason why I picked food tech was so I can just get free lunch, and it was fun. At least I got free lunch, and it was, you know. Anyways, thank you for watching and hearing me yep.